Hey guys, Matt here from Spring Digital. The world of app or software development is so fast-paced and ever-changing. So no doubt that building an app or creating a software program can be a daunting task. And look, we all make mistakes, it's just part of the process. But just some of these mistakes, especially the ones that could make or break your project, can be avoided. The best thing you can do before venturing into your next project is learn the mistakes from others so that you have a better chance of succeeding. So I'm going to share some of those mistakes with you today, so you can nip them in the bud before it's too late. Let's dive straight into mistake number one, including too many features. Naturally, business owners and founders have a big vision of what they want to create. They have this burning desire to jam everything they possibly could ever want into the first version of their application. And look, it's great to have a big vision, but sometimes trying to include too much from the get-go usually leads to unnecessary delays and developing features that no one actually wants. It's kind of like trying to bake a pie that's sweet, sour, savory, and bitter all at the same time. You want to go and layer things as you go, not all at once. If you're old enough to remember, Google Wave first launched in 2009. It was a real-time collaboration tool where it was intended to merge all of your major communication platforms like email, instant messenger, social networking, and build documents. Sounds like a lot, right? And that's one of the main reasons why it failed. Because people honestly didn't know what it was or what to do with it. There was barely any marketing and it had no specific target audience. The user interface was designed badly and users got sick of explaining to other users how it worked just to use their basic features. It was basically set up to fail from the start, so within 3 years, they shelved it. Remember, mobile apps and software products are meant to streamline an experience and allow users to quickly accomplish tasks that might otherwise take them a lot longer on another medium. So you need to identify the key use cases before overloading the app with unnecessary features. This essentially leads me to the next mistake, not considering the audience. When developing a digital product, you must understand the use case for your software, for your prospects and your customers. For example, you need to ask yourself whether the product will address a specific pain point and answers a need, or if you're just developing another tool that nobody needs. So it's key that you get obsessed with your target users and conduct surveys to understand what your audience needs, how they want to engage, and what will drive them to repeatedly use your product over others. Don't think it's enough to just ask friends and families. Find the exact people you want to be using the tool and have them give honest advice. Mistake number 3 is a very common one, and that's insufficient testing. Some companies make the mistake of not thoroughly testing their app before releasing it to the public. And people get insanely angry when an app doesn't work the way they want it to. I like to call it app rage. It's like road rage when an app bugs out or doesn't work the way you want it to and it makes your blood boil. All you want to do is just delete it and never have anything to do with that company or brand again. The quality of your product represents your brand, so testing is a vital component to the development process. The 4th mistake is failing to plan properly. Personally, I've lost count of the number of projects I've seen fail because of lack of coordination and detailed planning. Most of these projects that come across my plate are called recovery projects, and 9 out of 10 times, the problems have been just because there was no plan to begin with. I usually get this glazed look over people's faces when I ask for them where the plan is. They blame it on the developer, saying they're looking after it. It's not just the developer that handles the plan. All of the stakeholders, including yourself, need to be part of the design and structure implementation. A well thought out plan identifies dependencies between deliverables and includes estimates from the project team and developers themselves. After the release plan is set, you should run daily 15-minute stand-up meetings where issues are surfaced, new risks are identified and managed. Mistake number 5 is expecting an immediate return on investment. It's easy to have optimistic expectations when developing a new venture, but bear in mind that less than 1% of apps and software make money. Having said that though, don't be discouraged. Just make sure you set some realistic expectations because there are a lot of factors that determine an app's value. But you should seriously be rethinking your plans for building software or apps if your motivations are purely profit related, because it's not easy. You're probably already seeing common themes in these mistakes, particularly around planning. So the sixth mistake I often see is not having a good marketing plan or not having a marketing plan at all. Just to be clear, if we build it, they will come is not a valid marketing strategy. Straight up, it does not work. Before investing a single dollar in development, you need to put some time aside and think about how you would market this product if it was ready to go tomorrow. When I ask clients what their go-to-marketing strategy is, I get this goldfish pause. This is because their eyes sort of bulge out, their mouth opens, and nothing comes out. If you aren't sure where to start, a great read on this is Andrew Chen's The Cold Start Problem. It's not all about marketing, but it's got some great insights into growing and scaling apps through word of mouth and viral growth, which is one of the most cost-effective ways of getting your app out there. And then jumping into the last mistake, and this might sound really obvious, is that your product doesn't have a unique value proposition. Just like you would with any business plan, your development project needs a unique value proposition. What can your software or app offer that nobody else does? Look, we get app and software ideas presented to us every week, and the first piece of homework we always give to our clients is to find a list of their competitors and list what they believe their product can do better. It's not just enough to be the next Airbnb. You need to find out if there is a gap in Airbnb's market and see how you can fill their gap. So before embarking on your new project, you need to think long and hard about what value your product is actually going to provide. So go ahead and turn these 7 things into a checklist and run that against your idea and see if you're covering all these off. And if you are, then get in touch and we'll be happy to see if we can bring this idea to life with you. When we get approached to help with a project, the first thing we do is unpack these key points to help validate your idea early on, so you're not forking out for costly mistakes down the line. This will help you analyze your vision, goals, pain points, and other requirements that will help you align your project scope with the deadlines, so that you can deliver quality to your target users from the very beginning. But anyway, that's it from me. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to learn more about bringing your app or software idea to life. See you next time.